We are glad to have you join us again on the Profit Point Show, that weekly show on Ogtv that discusses business. We talk about ventures, talk about how to grow our enterprises to an enviable height. You're welcome to the program. My name is Charity James. I will take you through about 55 minutes or thereabout of this program, and we'll be having a very, very nice time on the program. It promises to be an educative one, an informative one, and our guests are standing by for the first and second segment. You're welcome again. And as program is divided into two segments, the business review segment and the sectorial review segment. The business review segment, we talk about topics that will be beneficial to the growth of your businesses, and the second segment, which is a sectorial segment, we talk about skill acquisition, the importance of skill acquisition to the economy, to the youth, and why youth must come into that sector to make it grow. That is the setting that we'll be having on the program. But before we go into the business review segment, we want to have this short break. When we come back, we'll have our topic and our guests ready. This is the business review segment of the Profit Point, and this moment for about 30 minutes our guests will be talking about one salient topic we've chosen to discuss today, to analyze, so that our viewers can get one or two informations about it. It is competitive intelligence in business. Why is it important? What is the goal of competitive intelligence? What are the strategies to use when you are using competitive intelligence as a tool for your business growth? That is what we want to discuss for this moment. And our guest is Tosin Elewode. She is a business consultant, and she is a social entrepreneur. That means she uses social media to drive our business. You're welcome to the program, madam.
Thank you so much. It's so nice to be here.
Thank you. And for today, we are wearing same color. What a coincidence.
Of course.
That means we are celebrating something, maybe because Christmas is around the corner. All right, you're welcome to the program.
Thank you.
Let's delve into what we have on ground on the table. What is competitive intelligence? If you say you want to use competitive intelligence as a tool for your business, what are we saying?
All right, so we need to understand the term competitive intelligence, and just like the word intelligence means, competitive intelligence is actually like a systematic way that you can monitor your competitors' activities, okay, because you know that you don't operate in an industry on your own. You must have other people who are doing the same thing that you're doing. So competitive intelligence means systematic way of monitoring the activity of your competitor, what they are doing now, what they are going to do in future, you know. All of this information will help you to be able to make strategic and tactical decisions on how you can also improve on your own product and your services.
All right. Now, what are the elements? We know that if you want to use that kind of a tool for your business, you must follow some steps and identify some things that you must use that will make it profitable for you, because the basis of any business, be it solution-given business or be it service-driven business, the basis is for you to make income.
Yeah.
And then make profit out of it. So what are the elements that you must put in place for you to be able to use competitive intelligence?
Okay, first and foremost, you need to first of all plan. Okay, before you can use competitive intelligence, planning is very important. Okay, so you need to first of all plan. What kind of information do you need? What do you need the information for? Do you have resources to embark on this journey, on the competitive intelligence journey and all of that? So if you have all of this put together, then you can start the process of competitive intelligence. So after the planning phase, then you start gathering the information. So if you know that this is the information we need for this journey that we're about to take. We need this information, we have the resources, we have this, we have that. Then the next step for you to do is to start gathering the information. Okay, so after you gather the information, now you need to analyze the information that you have. And then the analysis of the information, it will be better that you analyze the information you have, probably using the SWOT analysis, looking at the strengths, the weaknesses, the opportunities, the threats, and all of that. And this is going to help you to make some certain decisions that you need in your own organization.
Okay, talking about decisions, what are the decisions that must be taken? What are the first things to be done if you want to use competitive intelligence? For instance, now if I'm a service provider and I want to use that tool to drive my business, what are the decisions I have to take before gathering or analyzing or doing anything at all? What are the first steps to take?
First, you need to first of all know your own position in the market.
Okay.
Yes, so when you know your position in the market, you need to also know your competitors' position in the market as well. And then you need to first of all know what your unique selling point is or your unique selling proposition is. So when you know all of these things, know that of your competitor as well. So when you know all of these things and then you see, okay, how can we be a step or more step ahead of our competitors? So you know that, okay, this is what we want to do. What are the information that we need that is going to help us to be a step ahead of our competitors? You know, all of these things are the things you need to know beforehand before you embark on the competitive intelligence.
That means you want to outsmart those.
Exactly, that's just the goal. That's the goal. To outsmart what they are doing, to know what they are doing, and then just to get a step ahead of them, you understand? To just be ahead of the pack. That's just it. All
right, now let's talk about how to use it now. Okay. What ways can a company use that tool to grow their business? What are the steps to take?
Okay, so first and foremost, what you need to first of all do is to create like a competitive analysis grid. Okay, this is going to help you to know how you're going to compare, whether in terms of prices, in terms of quality, in terms of size, you know, whatever angle you're looking at, the competitive analysis grid is going to help you to know what you're going to use as a basis of comparison.
Okay, sorry, before you go on, what in the grid, what are you looking at in the grid?
So as an organization, you need to first of all have in mind what you actually want to focus on.
Okay.
Yeah, is it the prices that you want to focus on? Is it the size that you want to focus on? Is it the size, like I mentioned? If it's the pricing, that you need to focus on, and all of these things. So once you know all of these things, you can put them side by side to know which one your competitor is doing and how you can outsmart them. Okay, for instance, if your competitor are actually focusing on sourcing for their raw materials internationally, and now you have that information with you. So if you actually want to run like your own you want to run your own advertising campaign, you can actually emphasize that you source your own raw materials locally. Okay, you can use that as the theme of your next advertising campaign. Do you understand? So you can just outsmart them in that aspect, because you already have an information that actually leads to that.
And it will make the prices to come down.
Exactly, exactly. And people who actually encourage company and other people using locally sourced material will actually look your direction, because they see that you're actually encouraging people who do things in the country. Do you understand?
Okay, we are talking about intelligence.
Yeah.
Intelligence means information.
Yes.
In some quarters.
Of course.
So how important is this information to the business growth? Why is it very, very important?
It's very important because there's no way you'd be in an industry that there are things that your competitors are doing that you shouldn't be aware of, because you need to know where the market is going. You need to know market trends.
So doesn't that mean spying on your competitors?
Exactly. So I'm going to mention that opportunities or there are informations around that can help you to get all of this information that you need. Okay, there are tools that can help you to get this information. So you don't need to spy on your competitor or do it the illegal way. to get the information, because there are a lot of informations around that you can actually use. We have tools that you can use in getting this information the right way. Okay, but if you do not have access to all this information, you can also you can source from your competitors' websites. Everybody has access to that. You can look for their marketing brochures, and you can also discuss with your customers, get feedbacks from them, ask them why they would like to patronize your competitor instead of patronizing you. You can also join, there are some bodies that actually come together, maybe in your industry now. There are some bodies that come together as an organization and all of that. You can register and be a part of them. So because you can get information from that angle as well. And social media can also give you a wide range of information about your competitors and all of that.
So let's look at the legal ways of using it. Because if you are using the information from your other people that you are in the same aspect of the industry, and you don't want to run foul of the law. So let's look at the legal way of gathering all this information so that your business won't be in that space of being going above bound. So let's talk about the legal ways of gathering your intelligence.
Okay, so actually, like all the ways that I mentioned that you can source for this information, yes. If you're not sure that the information you have was gotten in a legal way, you can actually seek the counsel of a legal practitioner, a CI legal practitioner, who can actually help you and put you into the right thing that you need to do and let you know how to source information legally and all of that. So a legal advisor will be better to help you in that regard.
Okay, that will take me to the advantages and disadvantages of competitive intelligence.
Okay.
Because we know that in everything, there are good sides and there are bad sides.
Yeah.
So let's analyze these good sides and bad sides so that someone who is looking at us can know where they can come in and fit in and use that tool very well, because it is important so that they won't run foul and lose their business or lose their capital in the process. So let's analyze the benefit and the other side of using CI.
Okay, so thank you. So the advantages of CI actually, it actually keeps you ahead. Okay, it keeps you a step or even more ahead of your competitors. And then it also helps you to make some strategic decisions. It influences your decision, because if actually you want to make some strategic decisions before now, and then you embark on the CI intelligence, then you can see that you need to make some necessary adjustments in the strategy that you want to use initially. It will also help you to, like we all know, just like you mentioned earlier, that the major source of any of this intelligence, whether market intelligence or competitive intelligence, the major goal is actually to generate revenue, right? Okay, so another thing that it will help you to do is to also know your customer better. It will also help you to generate, to also retain your customers, okay, because when you know what customer want, when you know what your competitor is satisfying your customers with and all of that, you can also do better. Okay, it also helps you to identify opportunities in the market. When you go on CI intelligence, it will help you to know the opportunities that are in the market. It will also help you to know the threats currently in the market, to know where the market is going and how you can better position yourself so that you can also have an edge or competitive advantage over that of your competitors and all of that.
So are you saying there's no disadvantage to it?
No, I've not even gotten to the disadvantage part, okay? So like you said, there's no thing that will have like the good part, I will not have the other part of it, okay? So I think the other part is when you source for so many information, you can get overwhelmed. You can get overwhelmed, you don't know which information to use and all of that. And then it can also, if you don't source for the information in the right way, like we said about the legal, knowing the legal and the ethical way to source for this information, you can put yourself in trouble, okay? And another thing is to also know the authenticity of the information that you're getting, to know that you're getting the right information so that you don't...
Especially those sites, could be a fake site.
Yes, exactly, so that you don't run into trouble while doing this thing. Another thing I also like to mention is while you're conducting the competitive intelligence, you need to also protect your own organization, in the sense that you need to, while sourcing for this CI information and all of that, you see that there are some information that you have about your competitors that are easily gotten. Like you see that all of these things are public and all of that. But then in the process, you get to know that what information about my own organization is public that I don't want it to be public. Okay, so you can curb all of that. You can know the information that you don't want the public to know about your organization, so you can just curb all of those information while you're also conducting the CI intelligence.
Okay, what is the goal of having the CI intact for you?
Okay, so like I mentioned, the ultimate goal of any organization embarking on whatever research or information is to actually generate revenue. Okay, so like, that's the first goal. Okay, so the second goal might be, okay, to satisfy your customers better, or to retain your customer, or to get new customers. Okay, another thing might also be to make sure that you you increase your own market sales as well. You generate more revenue, and also to make better strategic decisions. It will also help you to make better strategic decisions. It will also help you to know where the market is going. If you know where the market is going, you can actually decide to design some products that will suit that market trend at the time for you, and all of that.
Okay, and the basis is to make money.
Exactly, the primary basis is just to make money. Yeah.
Okay, now let's talk about the market intelligence and competitive intelligence. Are they the same? If they are the same, in what way can we say they have met? And if they are different, in what way have they gone apart? Okay. What is the difference between market intelligence and competitive intelligence?
Okay. I want to say that people use those words interchangeably sometimes, okay? The market intelligence is actually different from competitive intelligence, because competitive intelligence is just a sub part of the market intelligence. Okay, just like an aspect of market intelligence. Market intelligence focuses most especially on the consumers, on the customers. Okay, it focuses more on the customers, and is like it's wider than the competitive intelligence. When we talk about competitive intelligence, just like the name implies, it's talking about your competitors. What are your competitors doing? What are they doing now? What are they likely to do in future? You know, things like that. But the market intelligence is broader. It talks about the market, the consumers, market trends, things that you need to know. You know, all of those things about the market, the prices and all of that is wide. Okay, so the competitive intelligence is just a fraction of the market intelligence.
Competitive is focusing on just one.
Yes, focusing on just one, while the market intelligence is broader.
Okay, now let's talk about how this market competitive intelligence can be used now, bringing it down to the product or the company. If you want to use it, how best can it be used?
Okay, just like I said initially, first and foremost, before you need to know, is it a new product that we're actually developing? How do we want our customers to receive this new product? If you have that, then you need to look at how do they have a similar product? Does their own addresses the same thing that your product addresses? What difference from their own product? Okay, do your competitors see which lesser price? All of these things are very important for you to track intelligence. So when you have all when you see intelligence, it will help you to be able to make better strategic decisions on how you can now develop the product strategies to use. You know, all of those things.
Strategic time.
Yes.
And I was of strategic management. Just focus on the competitors and not use any strategy for them. So what is the
Thank you for that question. Management strategy involves intelligence. Okay, so if you intelligence in make cannot get to get, okay? It's very important, strategic decisions. So when you your organization, if a space or an avenue for competitive intelligence, we end up making some decisions that you know that will, because if what your competitors are doing and then you're making your own, it will just, you will just be, to put, I'm looking for a better word to discuss, going exactly, you just be stagnant. You're supposed to be all of that out of the blues without factors, which the CI is one. Just make some decisions and then you notice that you're not moving. You're just there, and before you know it, you understand. So that's strategic decisions. So management that you need to put this CI into consideration.
Because when competitive intelligence and it's not working for you, best thing at that time using the CI is results for you. A business
ask yourself the question: who gets this? Well, you can source, and then we are mentioning mass and things like that. Now, if you say you're using for, you need to ask yourself the question: what tool are you using? What ways are you using to get this information? Are the information even reliable to start with? It might be that you're not even using the reliable information to make your decisions and all of that. Okay, but if you see that all of these things are in check and that you're using the right information to make your decisions and all of that, you need to sit back. Okay, you need to sit back and then observe the market, observe your competitors again, okay, and look at your own product and develop your own USP, the unique selling proposition of your own product. How can you distinguish your own product from what your competitors are doing? How can your own product stand out? You know, all of these things. So when you get sit back and observe all of these things, then you will now know what you're doing that is not right. What do you need to improve upon? How can you do better and all of this? So then you apply the CI again and then you see that it's going to work for you.
All right, let me drive down this CI thing to the small scale and medium enterprises.
Okay.
I know that a lot of times those small scale entrepreneurs do not use it. They believe is the tool is actually for those companies that have been running for some years, and it is not for them. Can the small scale and medium enterprises, can they use it?
Yeah, of course they can use it. Any business person can use the CI. Any business person can use the CI. You don't need to have all the resources in the world before you can embark on CI research or information, before you apply it and all of that. All you need to do is just look at all of these tools that we mentioned that do not even require you to have a high budget and all of that. So as a small and medium scale enterprise, if you know that you want to progress in your industry, if you know that you want to succeed in your industry, you know that you're not in this industry alone, and you're not the first person that is going to be in the industry. So you need to first of all look at what other people have been doing in the industry. You need to look at how they are doing what they are doing. What is that thing that makes them to do what they are doing? All of these things is going to help you to. And another thing I want to mention is that before you even start your business, it's very important that you do that CI before. But it's not too late. If you start running your business and you've not done the CI, you can still do it at any point in time in your business. But if you are a person that just wants to start a business and all of that, I advise that you do the CI before you start your business, because it's going to help you and put you in a better position in the market. You have like an edge.
Like a market survey.
Yes, yes. Do you understand? But then in the direction of what your competitors are doing, okay? Just to study your competitor, look at what they are doing and look at what you can do that can outsmart what they are doing, that can put you a step ahead of what they are doing. You understand? So with that, it will help you, and it will help you to grow very quickly. So as a small and medium scale enterprise, like you mentioned, you don't need to go after the bigger tools or employ the service of a professional to get the information and all of that. No, you can actually, even your salesperson can actually help you get some information from your customers while they're on their sales activity. Okay, they can get feedback. You can test your product, ask them questions while they prefer to buy from your competitor rather than buy from you. You see, all of those things require little or no money to even embark on all of this research and all that.
Okay, I was going to ask if it will require a lot of money, but you've answered that.
Yes.
You've answered that. Now let's talk about in what frame of time can CI be used? Can it be used every time or every week? For instance, now I'm a new business owner. From your advice, I can go out and do my CI before starting the business at all. And I can do it while on the business, while the business has been running. So while my business is running, how the time frame for using CI, when should I use it? Should it be a 3 months time thing, or a twice in a year thing, or yearly thing?
Okay, so my answer to that question is that the market keeps changing. Okay, so you cannot